Vande Guru Padadvandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanvitam Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Shri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charanadayam Gopijana Samayuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langate Girim Yat Kripadamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Bhaja Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I give my Sashtagdanda Pranam to the lotus feet of my Gurudev Nityalir Pravishtam Vishnupada Stotra Shata Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj. I pray for his causeless mercy. And I give my Sashtagdanda Pranam to the lotus feet of Shri Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Goswami Maharaj. Bhakti Sarak Muni Maharaj, I pray for their causeless mercy. And I give my Sashtagdanda Pranam to all our Rupano Guru Vargas. I pray for their causeless mercy. And I give my Sashtagdanda Pranam to all Vaishnavis. I pray for the mercy of all. This is auspicious time now. Julan Yatra is going on. Krishna is supreme enjoyer. He has always something new to enjoy. And it is the great fortune of any jiva to be part of this. If somebody can give little pleasure to Krishna, then he will be so happy. This will solve all problems. But so few are doing that. That is the problem. And more even tend to serve Krishna, even it's better to serve the devotees. Then all problems will definitely solved of this world. My Guru Maharaj used to say this. All problems of the world will be solved if you just serve the Vaishnavas, respect the Vaishnavas. Krishna will take care of the rest. So this is the main thing. And also among the Vaishnavas, we should also serve each other. This is also, then it's Vaikuntha. We will not live in this material world anymore. Vaikuntha means what? We say spiritual world, no? There is no limit, there is no problem. Vaikuntha means no problem, no fear. And Vaikuntha means, Srila Bhakti Rakshakshira Goswami Maharaj says, if you serve everything, you live in Vaikuntha. If you don't enjoy this world, but you serve this world, then you live in Vaikuntha. Because the line between this world and the spiritual world is just a service. If you do service, we live in the spiritual world. If you see that because this material world, who is the creator? Krishna has created it. So what is bad about this world? No need to reject it. Like yogis do, like jnanis do, they say everything is bad. This is false. Like Shankaracharya said this, with half a verse he will defeat all philosophies. He said, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. Only Brahma is Satya, Brahma is truth, and this Jagat is Mithya, false. That was Shankaracharya's false philosophy, just to confuse the people in Kali Yuga. But Vaishnavas don't say that. We don't say this universe is false. How can it be false if Krishna has created it? How it can be false? So that is also the question here in the Bhagavad-gita where we stopped last time. How does one person, Arjuna is asking, how a person who is fixed inside, how does he behave with this world and how does he not behave with this world? How to recognize him? Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava stitadya kim prabhajeta kim asita prajeta kim. That was the question. How? Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha. What to say about one who is fixed inside? What is his symptoms? How to understand him? And Samadhistasya Keshava, who is in Samadhi, fixed, who not come out from Samadhi means to see everything connected. or see everything as Brahman, or see everything with Krishna, or see everything same, many different definitions. Samadhi means same. Sama means same. Dhi means your intelligence. So how you see this? Sthita dhir kim prabhashita. How does he speak? Because you recognize people when they speak, no? Like we say it's also a Sanskrit proverb, also in Latin language is said, not? Sita quiesces, philosophus manissus, that is in Latin also. If you would have been silent, you would have stayed a philosopher. That's coming from Sanskrit, but I don't know how it's there. If you have shut up, you can stay a philosopher if you dress like one. But the moment you open your mouth, everybody knows you're a fool. So how does one speak who sees this world in connection with Krishna? How does he speak? Sthitadhi, whose intelligence is not influenced by these external things. Kim prabhasheta, kim asita literally means how does he sit? The meaning is how does he stay inactive when the world is moving? So how is he sitting and just accepting the things as they are? Kim asita brajeta kim, and how does he move? Means how does he react with this world? Because here sadhus we can see, pure sadhus, they also interact with this world. But how Arjuna wanted to know. So first Krishna answered one question. These are 4 questions. Krishna answers one by one. We already answered the first 2. Namely, what are the symptoms of one who is fixed? And Krishna immediately said, who gives up all these desires which are born from the mind, and who is satisfied within himself, only with himself. He prajahati yatakaman sarvan partamanogatan, who gives all. Prajahati means not give up, completely gives up all desires. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his purport says, not even one desire stays in the heart. That means completely given up. We can see what is, if we look inside, so many things we want to have or not have or whatever. But not even one desire stays in his heart. Everything is all right. And Atmani eva Atmana tushtaha. He is only satisfied within himself. The moment he comes out, he is not happy anymore. So he is rather staying with himself. Myself, staying with myself means what? That means stay with Satchidananda. So where is the problem? I'm Satchidananda, I stay with Satchidananda, then where is the problem? The problem starts when I'm not staying anywhere with myself, when I'm coming out. Then all the problems start. The moment I come out, I think of this, I think of that, I think of money, I think of whatever. Problems, bills, husband, wife, children, job, this, problem starts. The moment I am with myself, here therefore it said, Atmani eva Atmana tushta, only with himself, who is by the self, with himself, with his mind, he is in his mind, with his intelligence, he is within himself, with all his self, he is happy. Tushta means satisfied. If you're tushta, if you just have eaten full meal and somebody offers you something, even it's your favorite food, you're happy like that. No, you don't want anymore. So that means tushta, satisfied. You don't need anything. Because what do you want more than Satchit and Ananda? What more you can get in this world? Just try to think. What higher thing than Satchidananda you can get in this world? Nothing you can get in this world. But it looks like opposite. Looks like inside is empty and looks like outside is everything. But who is like this Sthita Pragya? He knows outside this is just, like Mahaprabhu said, Shunaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me. This whole universe is empty without Govinda. There is nothing there. So sadhu sees like that. Nothing to get here. Nothing to expect from this world. Yes, suffering is coming, also okay. Happiness is coming, this is also okay. So this was the first question. And Krishna says also further that he is not suffering, he is not under pressure, not in tension when some problems come. He's not worried. And he is not trying to get happiness, worldly happiness, sensual happiness. He is not running after that. And raga and bhaya and krodha, this attachment, fear and anger, they have left him. They're gone. So this person is called Stitadhir Munir Uchate. He is called a Muni, a wise man with the Stitadhir, with the fixed intelligence. So this is what to say about one who is fixed. That is the description. Then Krishna told how does he speak also. Kim Prabhashata. Yes, this is already referring to that. Because Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, if somebody asks him, how are you? He will always say, okay. Big sufferings are there, he will say, it's okay. If nobody is there to talk with, he will tell to himself, it is okay. So this is here in the purport he's writing. So that is the way he speaks. It's okay. Whatever is there. And the example Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives is like Jat Bharat, famous example, who was always happy. They want to kill him, make him a human sacrifice. He's agreed. Because he knows I'm not this body, they can use it. So then, but Durga Devi could of course not tolerate this, that they will sacrifice a sadhu to. So she came out and killed all the dacoits and saved him, and his mind did not change. He had no fear to being slaughtered there. He was not happy that he survived. Just same consciousness went on. Famous, no fear, no anger, no happiness, nothing. It was always same. That is Stitadhi, of course. This is highest example. No? Because he understood, I'm not the body. Because he had one great favor, he could remember his last 2 births also. So he realized, I'm not the body. He was king of the whole world, then he became a deer due to the attachment of a deer. In the deer body he remembered, why I became a deer? My God, I'm so foolish. I gave up my whole kingdom, my wife, my family, my everything, my power, my luxury, and became attached to one deer. So I had to become a deer. In the deer body he could remember that. Next birth he took as a Brahmin, then he said, no more attachment. No more, finished. So he made himself dumb. He was not dumb, he was very wise. He was completely this Stitadhi. His intelligence was bright, clear, fixed. But he presented himself like a fool. So that people will leave him alone. So they gave him, his name was Bharat again. They gave him the attribute Jada Bharat. Jada means like dumb meta, like a piece of wood, no intelligence at all. So they gave him this name, and he was happy with that because people left him. He had no job, no duties, no worries, nothing to do. Day and night he was happy with to feel the Supreme Lord every day, everywhere. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. He could understand everything is Krishna. So that is symptom. And also he has no, that is interesting point. Krishna says, Ya sarvatra anabhisnehas tatat prapya shubha shubham nabhinandati nadveshti tasya pragya pratishtita. He has no motivated affection towards anyone. It's pure, not speaking very sweet and behind or thinking something else and showing some other face. He's not doing that because he not want anything. And when attaining something good or something bad, he does not rejoice. He's not happy like anything if something happens, good happens, and he's not hating also, not cursing anything if something bad happens. That is called Tasya Pragya Pratishtita. His pragya, his realization is fixed. His intelligence is fixed. That was the last time we stopped here. And today it is further explained how does he speak. He not speak anything, no good words to somebody who gives him something good. He's not speaking bad words to someone who is giving him some problems. Treating all same. This is very, very difficult. It's even more difficult not to be happy if something good will come, not to think. That is more difficult. If to stay calm if some suffering coming, we can see this is Krishna's mercy. He wants to teach me something. But if happiness is coming, immediately senses go out, mind, intelligence goes out and is mixing with this world. But his both is the same. Not want to mix. Then the next verse here, Krishna in 58, he says, how does he sit? Means how does he not react to this world? This Yada sangharate chayam kurmo anganiva sarvashaha indriyani indriyatebhya stasya pragya pratishtita. So when he draws his senses away completely from sense objects, like a turtle withdrawing its limbs, he's situated in pragya. Like a turtle, when some danger comes, put all the limbs and the head inside the shell. No? So that is, he's doing like that. Means things are coming, sense objects are coming, some nice sound, some nice form, whatever is coming, but he's not seeing that. Not want that. He is not reacting to that. That is very difficult. That also Krishna will say, few verses later, he will say what is the solution for that, because you cannot do that. It's not easy to do. Just to stay like inert, or inactive. This is very difficult. Therefore, Arjuna might raise one question that in the next verse Krishna is answering. Famous verse, Vishaya vinivartate niraharasya dehina rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Okay, you are keeping your senses inside. Vishaya vinivartate niraharasya dehina. You don't, one who refrains from eating, means from enjoying the sense objects, also stops the sense objects from functioning. Means the senses are not doing. If you like it, you're fasting. No? Stomach is not doing anything, tongue is not doing anything. But mind, what is it thinking? eating. No? Even more than if you're not fasting. So therefore it is said, rasavarjam rasopyasa, but the taste remains, the desire remains. So how to get rid of the desire? Even if you're not enjoying this world, but you want. If you don't do it, you want. So how to get rid of this? Krishna says here, param, how the taste will also go for this world, only by param drishtva. To see param. Param means paramatma. Param means transcendence. Param means something higher. If you come in contact, here drishtva means seeing.
Drishti is in yoga.
Drishti means the vision. That's drishti. So drishtva means having seen param. When you have seen param, means paramatma, transcendence, then this desire is also gone. Because it's so much more beautiful. So therefore here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, before it was mentioned in the verse before, who finds pleasure in himself, in the Atma, he is Sthita Pragya. Now from Atma come to Paramatma also, go higher. He is going higher. Then the taste will also go to enjoy this world. Taste will also vanish. Higher taste. This is said, we need a higher taste. So higher taste comes by many. All senses need a higher taste. Senses, eyes need a higher taste.
So not only the tongue?
Not on the tongue, also. All senses want a higher taste. Param, here it is said param drishtva, having seen something higher, paramatma. Then the taste will also go. But this is not easy. That is like the perfection already. You got transcendental vision to come to this. So on the way to get perfection, it is hard. This is struggle, and this is, in the next verse Krishna says, Yatato yapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramatini haranti prasavan manaha. Even for the wise man who endeavors, means who is yatato, who is engaging himself, who is trying, who is doing, and who is purushasya vipaschitaha, who is expert, who is wise, who is not a fool, still the senses take away the mind by force. You see Vishwamitra Muni, best example. He wanted to become a Brahmin, he was king. It's a long story in many shastras. But he realized that the Brahmin's power is much more than the Kshatriya's power. So he wanted to become a Brahmin. So he did tapasya. That was Satya Yuga, so he went into tapasya and meditated for 60,000 years. He went inside. That was not like Kali Yuga and Satya. There was no, ether was pure. When you sit, there is no, this all, now if you sit and meditate, you have there's so many things in the ether, no? And in the mind and all this. So that time it was not like that. So 60,000 years he meditated. Then Indra became worried why he's doing this meditation. He's a king. Yogis, they want self-realization, but he's a king. Why he's doing self-realization? So he sent Menaka, one beautiful Apsara, as a break his meditation. So she went there just with her these ankle bells. She went ching ching. She came there, his eyes opened, and he forgot what he's doing. Just listening the sound of the ankle bells. Then what to speak of seeing her, then he forgot everything. And one girl came, was born, and after that girl was born, he realized what happened. It's so powerful. The Vishwamitra, you have to realize, he created a whole Svargaloka, complete Svargaloka, with a new set of demigods. He had that power for Trishanku, one of his devotees. They did not let him into heaven, so he said, I don't need your heaven, I create my own one. And then Brahma stopped him. He said, don't disturb the creation too much. No? But such powerful yogi, his mind was stolen in Satya Yuga. After that was Treta Yuga. He was on the border of Satya to Treta. But then what to speak of Kali Yuga? No? I mean, how many seconds you can meditate? It's very, very difficult. No? It's not the Yuga Dharma, so anyhow, it's not our Dharma. Therefore, Nam Sankirtan is best. And therefore, we do all Sankirtan is Julan Yatra, you do with Sankirtan, then it is nice. Without Sankirtan, you don't feel that, but you sing Radhe Radhe Govinda, sing this Radhe Julana Padharo, and you swing Radha Govinda, you feel that will take you. That Kirtan has the power. So this is on the stage of sadhana. Indriyani pramatini, the senses are very strong. They are powerful. They haranti prasabhammana, they will, by force, they will steal the mind. They will, if we have experience, you see something, just gone. No? Phone makes beep, it's gone. No? And the meditation is gone. Sometimes, in good times, when we are fortunate, we can meditate. We can go inside, we can stay with the meaning of the songs, stay with the meaning of the mantra, but something happens, it's gone immediately. No? Very easy, very difficult to go inside. It takes long time, and then you can stay a few moments and come out. So this is not so easy. So Krishna in the next verse, he says how to do that. That is very nice. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. Here Krishna first time speaks about bhakti to me. He was speaking about sense control, who is satisfied in the self, who sees the Paramatma, something like that. In this is the last part of the second chapter, where he speaks about this Stita Pragya. There he is mentioning only sense control, mind control, these pure intelligence. Now first time we say Mat Paraha, who is my devotee? Because this is the secret. Without Krishna's help, without his blessings, without him, We cannot control our mind. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matpara. The yogi means yukta. Who is yogi means the one who is connected. He having controlled, Dani Sarvani Samyamya means have controlled all these senses, what was mentioned before. He just remains like that. But he is Matpara because he is my devotee. Vashahi Yasyendriyani, who has controlled all the senses, his intelligence is fixed. So how without Krishna you want to fix your intelligence? This will not work. That Vishwamitra is the prime example for this. Saubhari Muni is another one. He was thinking here is everywhere Maya. So he went underwater in the Jamuna, but there is also Maya. Cannot escape this Maya, is everything. So 10,000 years he was meditating underwater. Then again he came out and married 50 daughters of King Mandata. So his mind became agitated. So he used his yogic power to live very nicely after that. The Saubhari Rishi was that. You know that story. He was meditating on that. This is another, he was a great yogi and he was thinking everywhere is Maya. So he went in the Jamuna meditating, but he made one offense to Garuda. That was the problem. Garuda came there and take some fish. And then because he was meditating under the water and the fish are near to him, so he had some friendship with the fish. And he saw that Garuda takes one of their family members. So then he had some pity, some compassion with the fish, and he cursed Garuda, if you ever touch this water you will die. But who is Garuda? Who is he? Garuda is so superior Vaishnava. Even he may take fish and snakes, but he is a carrier of Supreme Lord. So he made one offense. By this offense, even he was meditating under the water. After 10,000 years he saw the fish, how they have their family life. Then he was thinking, oh, what I'm doing here. So he went out of the water. Can you imagine how he looked? Just stay 5 hours in the water and see how he looked. He stayed 10,000 years underwater. So he went, and there was a Swayamvara of King Mandata's daughters. He had 50 daughters, beautiful princesses. And he made a Swayamvara to invite the kings, and the daughters will choose their husbands. So Saubhari Rishi went there, and he asked the king if he can marry one, and the king said, then because the king saw him, terrible appearance, no? How his young girls will marry such an old yogi who looks so terrible. So and how he can say no to one sadhu. So he made this, my daughters will choose their husbands in the Swayamvara, because he knew nobody will choose him. And Saubhari Rishi, he understood, he is want to cheat me. So by his mystic power, because if you do tapasya, he did 10,000 years tapasya underwater, nobody can do that now, but he got so much power, so he made himself very beautiful, like Cupid, like the god of love. He was so handsome, young, beautiful, strong body, everything nice. So all 50 daughters married him, they all chose him. He was so nice looking. Then he had 50 wives. Before he was a yogi, was thinking everything is Maya, now he has 50 wives. So they have to maintain. But he has mystic powers, so he made one palace, everything he manifested by his tapasya, by his power. But power is also finished one day. It's like you go to the bankomat and just withdraw money. But if you don't pay some money, one day the bankomat will say, nothing is there. So by his mystic powers he used, but he did not do any more tapasya. So one day he realized, now I have to work. It's no more to enjoy life, I have to work now. Then he gave up everything. Then he realized, what I did, no? Then he came to when the moment came he has to work, to struggle for existence, then he was no more interested. So again he left. Took Vanaprastha, his wives went with him. Again he did tapasya and they all reached perfection also. But some little extension before reached perfection he had to taste. So that is a sense control, how we shall control our mind. only by becoming Krishna's devotee. Matparaha. Yes. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta sita matparaha. Then we can control the senses. Because we are not the controllers. Krishna is the controller. This is the main thing. In Bhagavatam, it is Bhagavad-gita, then also clearly Krishna said this. They want to control, but they are not Ishvara. So again and again you will fail. But just do one thing, just worship me. Krishna is merciful. He says this is the way how to come out from this world. This is why we do all these festivals. Why we do Julan Yatra. To fix the mind on Krishna. Why we do Krishna Jamashtami. Why all these appearance festivals, and to fix the mind, because you can see Krishna. You can do with your hands, you do some service, you're thinking what you will cook, what you will decorate, how you will do everything. Mind is engaged. If you have nothing to do, chant Hare Krishna, what you think? Many things, no? But not of Krishna. But you have some duties, some responsibility. I have to do this, so how to, and the mind is fixed. And the best of all is Vaishnava Seva. Because by the Vaishnava Seva you have to think how I will serve him, what he wants to eat, how to prepare for sleeping. You have to get up in the morning before he wakes up, sleep after he sleeps, always prepare everything, eat what is left over. So all tapasya is inside, intelligence is necessary to do, your strength you need, everything, all senses are engaged in the service of Krishna. Is most happy with that. This Vaishnava Seva is complete, then everything is there. And therefore this is the best. This is how to capture Krishna. This is by Vaishnava Seva. Because who is in the heart of the Vaishnava? Krishna is there. Even gopis, they once asked to Krishna, Krishna, we cannot keep you, you always run away. Krishna's nature is always free. So how can we keep you? They asked. Then Krishna said, Radharani asked, what do you like most? By what we can bribe you? How we can influence you? Then Krishna said, by sadhu seva. You can keep me. Then at that time Durvas Rishi came to Vrindavan. So the gopis realized, Durvas is a very dear devotee of Krishna. So they went and cooking many things and make many, Brajavasis, so many milk products and yogurt and ghee and everything nicely rich. They brought, and kachori and paratha, all this nice stuff. They made, and gopis with their love, Radharani, all they cooked. And with big baskets, they want to bring it to Durvasa. And Durvasa, he was on the other side of Jamuna. Where now in Mathura there is Durvas Muni Ashram. That is another Durvas. That is not the same Durvas, not the Shiva's Rudra's expansion. It's another Durvas Rishi. So it's in Mathura on the opposite side there is Durvas Rishi Ashram. Gauriya Mat is there, where that took place. So they had to cross the Yamuna. But Yamuna had high water, so they don't know how to go over the Jamuna. So they went to Krishna and they're asking, Krishna, the Jamuna is so high, we want to serve Durvas Rishi, but we cannot cross, what to do? Then Krishna said, just tell to Jamuna, Krishna is Pakka Brahmachari. Gopis thinking, what is that? We know what last night we did. We meeting in the night. So how you can be, they were thinking, how Krishna is a Brahmachari? But they believe, Krishna said. So they went to Jamuna and told to Jamuna, Krishna is a real Brahmachari. Jamuna gave the way. She put the waters aside and they had a path to go. The gopis were wondering how this is possible. So then they gave everything to Durvas Rishi. Durvasa means Durva Asha, who eats only Durva grass. This is, Durva grass, very dry, sharp grass. Means who eats only grass. He is Durvasa. So he gave everything to Durvasa Rishi. So much prasadam they brought, mountain. And they offered him to him and he ate everything in a second. And the gopis were very happy because he accepted everything. And And they knew the blessing is already just to please sadhus. But Durvas Rishi, he gave one blessing to Radharani, that whoever will eat your food, he will live long. This is like nectar. Therefore Yashoda, she knew that. She heard of that. So then they want to go back, and again they have to cross the Jamuna. Jamuna has so high water. And then they could not cross, so they went back to Durvas Rishi and asking, the Jamuna is so high water, we cannot cross, what we shall do? Durvas Muni said, just tell them that Durvasa is eating only Durva grass. Tell to Jamuna, she will give the way. And then the gopis were thinking, we saw what he's eating. He's eating all ghee, all good fried stuff, nice things. What is meaning? He's eating only Durva grass. But the gopis went and they told to Jamuna that Durvasa is eating only Durva. Durvasa. And the Jamuna gave the way. And the gopis went back. Next time when they met Krishna, they told everything to Krishna. Krishna, we have some doubts. We cannot understand this. We crossed the Jamuna by your words. You said that we have to tell you a brahmachari. But you are not a brahmachari. We know that. And we came back by Durvasa Munis. We said that Durvasa is eating only Durva. Durvasa is not eating only Durva grass. We saw what he is eating. We brought that also. We cannot understand that. So Krishna said, because Durvasa Muni, if he's eating Durva grass or he's eating that, it's the same for him. He's not enjoying. If you give him Durva grass, he will eat. If you give him kachori, he will also eat. There's no difference for him. And Krishna, his brahmacharya, there is no enjoyment on this worldly level. This is also mentioned in Bhagavatam, that Atma Rama, Krishna is Atma Rama, but being Atma Rama, he's giving, Rama means pleasure, to the gopis who are also Atma Rama. There is no, we have no experience, unfortunately, of this plane. We only want something. We always want some. Business mentality is always there. If we do something for someone, we want something. But there is nothing like that. Krishna is Atmaram. Gopis are also liberated souls. So, still, Krishna gave enjoyment to them. And they give enjoyment to Krishna. That is on a higher plane. So, therefore, Krishna actually, he's real brahmachari because he's not enjoying on this level here. And this...
This Durvasa Muni was not the one who got angry?
No, that is another one. That is another Durvas, different person. One wasp is coming here. My God. Okay, what she wants. Okay, also listen some Harikatha. Actually, bees are coming in Vrindavan. And they are flying around here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So that same, without Krishna, you cannot control your mind. That is very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's actually impossible. Krishna is Rishikesh. He's the master of senses. So if we want to control our senses, we need Rishikesh's blessings. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying also to Gopinath. Oh Gopinath, tumi Rishikesha, Rishikadamiya. You control my senses because you are Rishikesh. Krishna said this in Bhagavatam. If you try again and again, you may fail. We try, you may fail, but just go on. Just tato bhajeta mam priti. Just go on and you should worship me with priti, with love. And then when you fall down, okay, just get up and go on. If you fail, just go on. The day will come, one day will come when Krishna will come to the heart. That will also come. Like Srila Goswami Maharaj said so beautiful. One day Krishna will tell you, I'm not imagination, I'm real. A day will come. If we desire it, Krishna, because he listens all our prayers, not only Krishna listens our prayers, to whomever we pray, to all our gurus, to Krishna's and Mahaprabhu's associates, if we pray to them, they listen to prayer. If we pray to Panchatattva, to the Chaushati Mahanta, we pray this. This in our mat, we every day sing this. Jai Jai Nityananda Advaita Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jai Nitai Gauranga. To all, to Panchatattva, to Mahaprabhu's associates. At the end it is said, Dvadasha Gopala Ara Chaushati Mahanta Kripa Kauri Deha Gaura Charana Ravinda. You all together, these are all names. But you 12 cowherd boys and the Chaushati Mahantas, the 64 Mahantas, and all who were mentioned before, Panchatattva and the associates. Kripa Kauri Deha Gaura Charana Ravinda. Please give me the lotus feet of Gauranga. This is the prayer. And they listen also. They are not dead. They are not fiction or something. They are here, they listen these prayers. And they will come. Just need little patience. And if Krishna not listens the prayers, he is Parameshwara. Rupa Goswami has written this. Parameshwarata tatapitavadhika durghata ghatana vidhatri. You Parameshwara, you can do everything, but if you cannot do something, Krishna makes the impossible possible. But in the case Krishna doesn't make the impossible possible, there is one Shakti of Krishna, Durghata Ghatana Vidhatri. The Vidhatri Shakti is the Shakti which brings everything in order. That means Srimati Radhika, who is controlling everything. She makes the impossible possible. So if in that case, there's one story of one Brajavasi, one sadhu. He stayed in Vrindavan. He was in Nandagaon, Krishna's place in Braj. And he was doing one flower garland every day for Krishna and give. He gave to the pujari and the pujari gave to Krishna the flower garland. And he was doing this for 40 years. And doing some sadhana. But every day one flower garland he gives, 40 years. And after 40 years he was thinking, I am doing this, 40 years I am doing Krishna's garland. He never gives me darshan. What kind of, where is mercy? We say he's an ocean of mercy, no? But he's not giving, so I go. I cannot tolerate it anymore. 40 years I am praying, 40 years he was doing making one garland and offering. And then he was really, enough, no? After 40 years you do something, not get any salary, what you will do? So he did not get anything, so he said, because he's Braja, in Braja everybody knows Radharani is more merciful, so he said, now I will go to Barshana. From Nandagaon to Barshana is not very far. So I will go to Barshana, I will offer one garland to Radharani, she is more merciful, she will give me mercy. And he left Nandagaon after 40 years. He was crying because he's a devotee. But he also a little angry with Krishna, upset. So he went unhappy, but also happy, take shelter of Radharani. But those, feelings are there. It's not that devotees just easily give up one service, because it's burden. Service, if you give up one service, this is painful. So he went on the way, this is just a straight actual line, not to go to Barshana. And then he saw on the path one cowherd is coming, dust is coming, and big cowherd, so many cows coming. And those cowherd boys and one small cowherd boy is coming and saying, Baba, what is, he is unhappy. Where are you going? He said, Lala, just leave me alone, I don't want to speak. No, Baba, where are you going? Then, where are you going, Baba? I said, I'm going to Barshana. Then they asked him, why are you going to Barshana? Then he said, I did not want to speak, but that he was asking again and again, the boy, why are you going to Barshana? He said, I staying here in Nandagaon so many years, and now I'm going. I don't want to stay anymore. This is Krishna's place, I want to go. Then the boy said, but better you stay in Nandagaon. I said, no, I will not stay. No, you stay. And he became also a little strong, the boy. No, you stay, Baba. And the Baba said, no, I will go. So he wanted to go, then he kept his hands like this. No, don't go. He forbade him to pass, no? The small boy said, Baba, don't go. Then he said, no, I will go. Because so many years I'm serving there. No, I will go. Then that boy said, but if you go, who will give the garland to me? And disappeared. Everything gone. There was no more cows there, no more boy. Then he realized, he started crying. Krishna came. I'm crying for him. I want to have his darshan. Now he gave me darshan. I cannot recognize him. He was quarreling with Krishna, arguing with Krishna. And also, the moment he wanted to take shelter at Radharani, Krishna came. This is also the secret. No? He wanted to go to Radharani, take shelter at Radharani, then Krishna immediately came. Before 40 years he was serving Krishna. Krishna knows every single day. He accepted his garland. Krishna knows that. No? But that is testing also. Seeing the maturity. And also by this, if somebody feels separation from Krishna, his heart will become pure. Because that pain of separation will purify the heart. Therefore Krishna gives little and not more. And then the devotees, they're crying. Like Narad in his last life. He just got the little darshan, little hazy, blurry darshan, not clear. Then the Lord disappeared. Then he wanted again to see him. He could not. He tried the sadhana. He learned from the sadhus. No work. And he started crying. He was a boy at that time. He started crying. Then the Lord just spoke. In this life you cannot see me. I just gave you darshan to make you eager. And he said also, those who are impure, they cannot see me. So, just to prepare yourself, I make you greedy. And this burning in the heart, this will purify you completely. And next life you will get me. He promised to the small boy. Then the small boy was happy. Next life I will get Bhagavan. Where is the problem? So he went freely over the planet, just chanting Harinam and enjoy. He just thinking of the pastimes, just fully. Like this Sthita Prajna. He became Sthita Prajna by Krishna's mercy. He went through the towns, through the fields. He came there. Where's money? Where's no money? Where were wild animals? We had no. If somebody will kill him, next life he will get Bhagavan. If he will starve to death, next life he will get Bhagavan. Somebody offer him something, he has no desire because next life he gets Bhagavan. So he was happy. Namanananta sahatatra papatam guyani badrani kritani chasmaran gampayatam stustamana gattaspriha kalam pratiksham vimado vimatsara. Just waiting when the time will come. When the time will come that his body will drop. He was just waiting for that. Wandering all over the earth. Gampayatam stustamana, with a satisfied mind. Because he got the promise. Krishna also promising. Later in the Gita he says, Pratijane priyosime, I promise you will come to me because you're my friend. But we don't do what Krishna says. Krishna says, Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mameva shasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. I promise you will come to me. If you think of me, if you become my devotee, if you worship me, if you give me a pranam to me. I promise. So, where's the problem? Krishna can promise. He will keep also his promise. He is the Supreme Lord. For him, no problem to keep a promise. No? He is Satya, Param. He is Satya, the truth. Many times Krishna is telling in the Gita what to do, how to get him. But we have to judge ourselves how much we're doing, how much we're not doing. Because Manmana Bhava, Krishna said, think of me. Here, first time he say Matparaha. First time in the Gita, Krishna mentions Matparaha. Krishna tells, think of me, become my devotee. That before was just body and what is body and what is soul. Krishna never spoke about bhajan. Now he speaks about bhakti. That's first time in this. Because the Sthita Prajna can only be a bhakta. Nobody else can really be fixed. Krishna many times says this, but it's difficult to practice. And Krishna said this Manmana Bhava, and then he he left the planet after this. After Kurukshetra, then Dwapara Yuga finished, Krishna left. And in Goloka Vrindavan, he was thinking, I spoke, but who can understand that? Who can practice like this, but always think of me? So Krishna came again to show this also. He came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he was doing? Just thinking of Krishna. Day and night, crying, weeping. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena. She could not tolerate one moment without Krishna. Just Yugaitam nimeshena, one nimisha is when the blinking of the eye becomes one yuga if you cannot see Krishna. Chakshusha pravishaitam, and tears coming like monsoon rain. Shunaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena. The whole universe is empty if there is no Govinda. So he was practicing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, practicing like this to show what means manmana bhava. That is meaning. Because we think, okay, we're thinking of Krishna, but what is that? Thinking of Krishna and the whole day thinking something else. But Mahaprabhu was opposite. One moment he became uneasy, he could not tolerate. And then Swarup Damodar Goswami and Rai Ramananda reciting some shlokas immediately. Then Mahaprabhu is back with Krishna's Leela. So here that is said, it's wonderful, Bhagavad-gita is really wonderful. We will continue next week. Here in the commentary, maybe that is good end. Uddhava says to Krishna in the 11th canto, here Matparaha, Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Matparaha means my devotee. Without devotion to me, one cannot conquer the senses. This will be seen everywhere in later verses of the Gita. Now this is the beginning of the actual meaning of the Gita, of the gist of the Gita, of the essence. Matparaha, be my devotee. Uddhava also said, Prayasha pundarikaksha yunjanto yogino manaha vishidanti asamadhanam mano nigraha karshitaha athata anandadugam padambujam hangsa shayiran. O lotus-eyed Lord, generally those yogis who try to steady the mind experience frustration. That's what Uddhava says. Because of their inability to perfect the state of trance. We spoke about these examples. Thus they vary in their attempt to bring the mind under control. Therefore, O lotus-eyed Lord of the universe, swan-like man, happily take shelter of your lotus feet, the source of all transcendental ecstasy. So you can be a yogi, okay, try. They fail, that is the problem, and cannot come out from false ego. Yogis still keep some ahankara. You can become a jnani, they also fail. This is also, jnanis, they can also liberate themselves to some level, again they will fall down. Yenera vindaksha vimukta maninas tayashta bhavada vishuddha buddhaya. Their intelligence is impure because no love for Krishna is there. Purity means love, purity means not void, emptiness. That is not pure, that is still, if there is nothing, this is impure. If love is there, this is pure. That is the meaning. So without Krishna, it's not possible. So this here, Vishwanath Chakravarti says, this person who has brought his senses under control, he is sthita prajna. This distinguishes him from the sadhaka, who is trying to do so, who is attempting to, but he has done it. No? So that is only Krishna's devotee, Matparaha, only he can do that. Who realizes more and more Krishna, and who realizes Krishna also in the hearts of the devotees. That is even more. So that is few words of Bhagavad-gita. Thanks for listening.
It is the drop in the ocean.
That is ocean. Bhagavad-gita is endless ocean. How many drops you take, this is still unlimited, is there. You cannot finish that. That's 700 verses, but every verse is essential. Especially this second chapter. My sannyas guru Pujapad Vishnu Maharaj, he said that every verse you have to take from this chapter. You should understand everything. This is essential. And this is very helpful also. If you read this, just reading for reading is not very much beneficial. It's better than nothing. But this is very practical in life also. And if you just apply little, it will give so much happiness, so much relief also. What to speak, you can apply more and more. And so again and again we read, discuss. Also one has to speak this. Bhagavad-gita you will not realize by study. You have to speak it also. You have to see it. You have to hear it. You have to speak it also. Then different realizations will come. And if you apply it, different realization will also come. If you will use this, if you will follow to Krishna's advice, we will see. Realization will change also, life will change. It will become very auspicious also. Thank you so much for listening. Vanchakalpatarubhascha, kalpasindubhyeva cha pattanam pavanebhyo namo namaha.